I gotta say, I'm tremendously disappointed, but at the same time, I can't say I'm completely surprised. I'm actually more surprised when I see people do the right thing rather than do the wrong thing. We are now in a society and a generation of life in which you have to appease a certain group of people to keep them happy, whichever group that might be. It has gotten to the point where you can't even make sports about sports anymore. And when I just had this pop up on my phone that I just saw 2 minutes ago, I had to jump on and do something, say something about this because I am so tired of the creation and the narrative to give any athlete not named Caitlin Clark any award for 2024 when it comes to an athlete of the year. Let me repeat. If anyone is named Athlete of the Year in 2024 over Caitlin Clark, your publication loses all credibility. You have no credibility left. The woman single handedly transformed an entire sport over the last 12 months, and she doesn't win the Sports Illustrated Sports Person Athlete of the Year award? You've got to be kidding me. But before I jump in, I want to say welcome aboard to Rudy's Rant. Power to come out on the podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Shoma, and you already know where I'm going with this. Simone Biles, and I am not saying anything to disparage Simone Biles and her greatness. But Simone Biles was named the Sports Illustrated 2024 Athlete of the Year. They can call it sports person, whatever. It's athlete. Why? Because she's a great gymnast, the greatest gymnast of all time. So is this award about what you did this year, or is it about what you meant to your sport over 10 years, or what is this award about? Because it damn sure isn't about what was done in 2024. Simone Biles is the greatest of all time when it comes to women's gymnastics. No question about it. I am not debating that, disputing that. I am not even saying that she is not someone who has deserved and earned this in the past, for which she did not win. But this year, there's only one athlete in all of professional sports who has transcended sports the way Caitlin Clark has, and that is Caitlin Clark. No one has transcended sports the way Caitlin Clark has this year. Her crossover effect to golf, to anything, to potentially want to get involved with a soccer team. I mean, the television ratings for an otherwise dead sport, and you, Sports Illustrated, supposed to be the leader of this industry. You go with Simone Biles, who didn't even have the best year of her professional career. She had a great 3 weeks. 2 weeks at the Olympics. She had a great 2 weeks. Caitlin Clark's been doing this for 12 months. Caitlin Clark broke a record that had sat for if you want to skip Kelsey Plums, you can go back to Woodard's. Broke a record that was 40 plus years old. Broke Pete Maravich's record too. She takes her team to the national championship game again. She gets drafted number 1. The ratings for the draft were the best ever, and they'll never be touched. She takes a team that hadn't made the playoffs in 8 years to the playoffs and a 500 record. She breaks the all-time assist record. She leads the league in assists. She's the rookie of the year. She's on an all-WNBA team. First team. She's a fourth in MVP voting, for which I would say she probably should have won that damn thing. That's the way I felt. She leads her team in scoring, her team in assists. I mean, she's the most prolific player in the WNBA, and she has made you want to watch it. Millions of people want to watch it because of her. The prices of tickets to her games are 5 to 10 times what they are for other teams. She has changed the way people view women's basketball. And Simone Biles won 3 gold medals. That's great. One is a team medal, one the all around, and then she won the vault. And she got second silver in the floor exercise. And in another year, in which Caitlin Clark had not done all of this, yes, I would say, by all means, that should go to her. But this was not that year. If you want to even be more real about it, there's nothing that Caitlin Clark can do in the rest of her sports playing career. And I'm sad to say it, there's nothing she can do for the rest of her life that will equate to what she did in 2024. Consider this. She pretty much played basketball all year. She never had a break. Her break was the All-Star game when they didn't put her on the Olympic team, for which they should have put her on the Olympic team. Her break was then. That was her break. She played all year long college, obviously starting from back in October, January, February, March, April, goes to the national championship. She's drafted a couple of weeks later. She's in training camp a couple of weeks later. They start the season a couple of weeks later. And then they're in a gauntlet of a schedule back to back to back to back, 11 games in 20 days. And then they have a little bit of a break. And their team finally gets to practice.
Motion detected at the garage.
Alexa is killing me, man. I'm sorry. You get a little bit of time to practice, and all of a sudden you start seeing a change in the team and how it's running. And by the All-Star break, they're contenders to make the playoffs. And after the break, they go on a real good run. Yes, they lose in the first round 2-0. It is what it is. But she was nonstop the whole year. Are you telling me 2 weeks is more important than 9 months, 10 months? Is that what we're telling? Is that what we're doing now? That the 2-week period that which Simone Biles competed in the Olympics was a bigger thing than what Caitlin Clark did. People watch the Olympics every year. People didn't turn on the Olympics in the gymnastics just to watch Simone Biles. They've been watching the Olympics. The women's gymnastics in the Olympics has been the most popular thing to watch for the duration of my lifetime, by far. People always watch the gymnastics in the Olympics, especially women's, because it's the first big event. The gymnastics and swimming pop off the Olympics. And then you run into track a week later, and that's when it shifts to track. But that first week is gymnastics like crazy. It wasn't like that all of a sudden Simone Biles made people watch the Olympics. Caitlin Clark made people watch the WNBA. Caitlin Clark made people watch college women's basketball. Caitlin Clark has the highest rated singular game in I don't know about the world, but definitely in this country outside of the Super Bowl or anything NFL related on a big weekend. NFL, let's say NFL related, because there still was a 24 million on Netflix, blah, 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 for Christmas. They don't typically drop 24 million on a 1 p.m. game on a Sunday. But put it this way, Caitlin Clark drew the largest audience of any male sport outside of the NFL for this calendar year, including the World Series, including the NBA Finals. I don't count that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul nonsense. I don't count that. That's a spectacle. Like, what are we doing? Who made this decision? In what world does SI think this makes any sense? The publication is a joke. It's not what it used to be. I used to read that thing religiously. Now I get it in the mail and I don't even know how to cancel it. I really don't. I don't know how to cancel it. But I get it in the mail like once, what is it, every week? And I never look at it. It goes in my trash can. And you've given now more reason for why it should go in the trash can. When you decide that Simone Biles is the SI Sportsperson of the Year. And let me tell you something about this. And let's go into this part because if you really, 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 really wanted Simone Biles to be up there, you know damn well that Caitlin Clark was the person who earned this. But it's not like SI hasn't had co-winners in the past. Last year, they named Deion Sanders the sports person of the year. He went 4-8 in 2023 at Colorado. So clearly he was given this honor for everything beyond success on a football field, winning. He was given this for everything ancillary. So if everything ancillary is what got Deion Sanders that award, which he should never have gotten, which is a joke in itself. But if that's what got him the award, clearly, because they didn't win, wouldn't you say that the things that Caitlin Clark has created off of the basketball court far bigger than anything Deion Sanders has created? The attendance at games, it's because of her. The merch sales, her. Concessions, her. Social media, her. You name it. Ticket sales, her. Everything. Ratings, her. You care because of her. But they ended Deion last year. Now, apparently, Simone Biles had more than Caitlin Clark this year, which is utterly ridiculous. The year before that, Stephen Curry. The year before that, Tom Brady. In 2020, they had 5 people named Sports Person of the Year, including Laurent Duvernay-Tardif from Canada, LeBron James for the 3rd time, Patrick Mahomes, Naomi Osaka, and Breanna Stewart. And what they claim, what they put in the notes, it's funny how they have the notes here on achievement, is that Breanna Stewart was a WNBA Finals MVP, spoke out against racism and for women's equality. Okay. Year before that, Megan Rapinoe. Year before that, a full team, the Golden State Warriors. Year before that, tie again, another 2 guys, J.J. Watt and Jose Altuve. Yeah, they gave it to Jose Altuve in a year that the Houston Astros cheated their fucking asses off in the playoffs. Cheated their asses off. Did they take that award back? But J.J. Watt and Jose Altuve. LeBron James won in 2016, his 2nd time. You know what Simone Biles did in 2016? She won 4 gold medals. Team all-around vault floor exercise. And a bronze in the balance beam. She didn't win that year over LeBron. They gave it to LeBron because he led the Cavs to the championship, beating the Warriors. But did he have 4 gold medals? Simone Biles was better in 2016 than she was in 2024. Year before that, Serena. Year before that, Madison Baumgartner. Year before that, Peyton Manning and LeBron in 2012. 2011, Mike Krzyzewski and Pat Summitt. So you have 2003, David Robinson and Tim Duncan, and everyone knows that really Tim Duncan was better at that point. Here, 98, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa. 94, Bonnie Blair, Johan Olaf Koss. 87, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 athletes of the year. 8. It's just not right. There was a precedent to make this a co-award. You've done it before. To leave Caitlin Clark off of this is despicable. It's embarrassing. And it shows that Sports Illustrated, you've got no credibility. What's new? Got to appease a group of people because half this country doesn't like Caitlin Clark. This country loves Caitlin Clark. And I don't want to say half the country doesn't like Caitlin. Half of the WNBA fan base. Okay, so scratch it again. The 46,000, as Ben Daniel says, the 46,000 fans they had before Caitlin Clark don't like Caitlin Clark. The other 2 million that watch every game she plays loves Caitlin Clark. But we got to appease the 46,000. That's what we're doing. It's embarrassing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is despicable. But what's new? Caitlin Clark will never be able to replicate what she did this year ever again because she'll never play college basketball for the first 4.5 months of the season and then move into the next. It's just pathetic. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell, leave a comment. This is Rudy's Rant. Talk facts over feelings. Come on now.